Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to my podcast. My name is Jackie K, and this is Sipping with Jack. On this episode of Sipping with Jack, we'll be discussing Jay-Z's NFL deal, people urinating on things, and so much more, y'all. Also, we'll be highlighting the cocktail of the day, which is a Watermelon Tequila Slushie. This is a super fun and fruity drink with only 2 simple ingredients: watermelon juice and tequila, y'all. But let's just get into all of this tea. The first story I wanted to talk about was Jay-Z's NFL deal. First of all, I'm going to be honest, I'm kind of confused why he even did this deal, because the last time I heard about anything to do with Jay-Z and NFL was that Jay-Z just didn't F with the NFL, like, at all. I remember him even saying in a song that, "You need me, I don't need you." Okay, that was the last thing I remember really stood out to me about how Jay-Z really feels about the NFL. Like, because if people don't know, basically Jay-Z made that little diss sentence towards the NFL because I think they either A, offered him an NFL like halftime show, or they never offered it to him. Honestly, I don't really know what the tea is. All I just know is that Jay-Z back in the day didn't care about the NFL. Like, he was just like, y'all need me, but I will never need you. So for him to all of a sudden flip, and especially since he did all of that stuff for Colin Kaepernick, he was for Colin Kaepernick, he was for kneeling, like, he was for all of that stuff, and, you know, pro NFL boycotting, to now being like, yo, homie, I'm about to slide in these NFL DMs, get my joint venture, which, you know, is entertainment, social activism, strategist, hookup or whatever, and, get this ball rolling. See, that's the thing that I just do not get. I guess, no, because all of the things I already talked about, how he's been blatantly obvious about, hey, I just don't F with the NFL, to now being like, you know what, NFL homie, I'ma be your black advisor, basically. Basically, that's honestly what Jay-Z is doing. He's being like a black advisor to the NFL. For what? And part of his deal with the NFL, he's going to be helping the Inspired Change initiative that the NFL has to better help the communities, which I see what you guys are saying. Jay-Z can help. Jay-Z can do his thing, and he can also be, one of the producers for the halftime show. But I'm still kind of confused, the whole thing. What is going on? And honestly, this kind of just moves me over to this is my own personal opinion, and I probably should have put a disclaimer that all of these opinions are my opinions, and I don't want to offend anybody, but this is just how I feel, and this is just how I'm going to lay it out for you, y'all, in this podcast. I don't understand why some big organizations do this. For example, like, when an organization doesn't understand, the LGBTQ plus community, or Asians, or Jewish people, or Hispanic individuals, or Latinas, they don't understand, there's a gap with them understanding that target market. So they'll hire someone, such as, an organization that represents these people, or even, consult with very higher individuals within that community to understand, hey, how do I be inclusive to these people? How do I understand to, market to these individuals, right? The thing is, what confuses me is within the Black community, they never go towards the people that they actually need to go to. Like, for example, I remember watching this on CNN where this guy was saying, why didn't they ask the Association of Advancement of Colored People, the NAACP? Y'all didn't call them. Y'all didn't call any person who's a prominent Black individual. Why don't you call on a retired NFL player? Why don't you call one of those people? Or why don't you call on a current NFL player, maybe like even a Russell Wilson, someone who's Black and pretty much helps the community? I would even say Marshawn Lynch, because Marshawn Lynch does actually a lot of good things within the community. But no, you guys go to one person that's highly disconnected. And I'm not saying that to be mean, but Jay-Z is a billionaire. Ooh. Other than that, he's just a billionaire. Like, he's a billionaire hip-hop mogul. I understand that this business venture, basically his joint business venture with the NFL is predominantly focused on entertainment and social activism, which, hey, he can cover entertainment part perfectly fine, but social activism, hey, I'm just saying that there could have been better options for that. And that's what I'm saying. I feel like this always seems to happen. Like, for example, when Donald Trump wanted to talk about housing and development within Black communities, you know who he calls on? Steve Harvey. Who is Steve Harvey going to help in any housing development issues or situations? Like, I'm pretty sure, I know he's rich, but pretty sure he doesn't have skills in that. And, he called on Kanye West and all that stuff. And it just confuses me because, yet again, this is another situation where they want to seem like they're with us by engaging or consulting with someone who's high and prominent within the Black community, but it's someone who's not the perfect fit. Like, can we not get, like, I know this is a high stretch, but, like, can we not get Obama? Can we not get a Michelle up in here? Can we literally not even get, I can't really think of someone who's Black and prominent and still relevant nowadays. I don't know. If I really sat down, why didn't they even hire Colin Kaepernick? Say, hey, you have done a lot of changes, but I think they're just bitter towards him, so they're never going to F with him, really. But I think they probably should have hired someone that knows about the NFL or who's super big in philanthropies. I just don't feel like Jay-Z really is. Like, I feel like he does a lot of social activism, and that's what he's been trying to promote, that, like, we're past this whole kneeling thing and we have to start promoting action, which I think Colin Kaepernick really was able to do. Correct me if I'm wrong, y'all, but I really think Colin Kaepernick, after he lost his job, he donated millions of dollars to Black and brown organizations. He even did the backpack initiative to Somalia, right? Like, Colin Kaepernick was never sleeping on this situation. Like, he literally gave up his livelihood to be able to speak about something. And then you have Jay-Z here, who literally has been vocal about how much he doesn't F with you guys, but then you choose him to represent that department for you guys. I don't know. I guess this is just to save face. But even to save face, I don't even know why Jay-Z would take this deal. But I think, before I say I don't know why, is I do speculate, there might be one reason that Jay-Z did take this deal. If y'all didn't hear, apparently Jermaine Dupri got offered this deal first, which I still, I really think that they were really reaching for anybody, just anybody who was black to help with this initiative. Because I feel like they really don't know how to handle this. And instead of hiring someone who knows black people and who probably might be educated, and I'm not, dissing any of these individuals because they were able to, come up on their own, help the community, be successful in their field. But it's like, we have actual, like, people. Like, I don't want to say, like, actual people, but we have actual organizations that deal with this stuff. Why didn't you call on any of those people, but you have to have, like, a celebrity within the black community to do this? I don't know. I think that's just a strategy for themselves, but I think, honestly, people just lazy. Y'all just need to do a little more homework, find someone that could possibly do this for you. Like, I just don't understand why Jay-Z was chosen. Or maybe Jay-Z, had the business connects, because he is a billionaire. And he must be smart, But I digress. Going back to why I really truly think he took the deal. And the main reason I think Jay-Z took it is that this will allow him to, I guess, like, I don't want to say, like, slide his way into owning a team. But let's be honest, he going two-step into getting an ownership deal. I really think so. Because right now, Jay-Z does own the Brooklyn Nets. And I feel like he just wants to put his hand into everything and kind of just grow his enterprise. So I think he might have taken this deal because, A, he's been talking a lot of mad stuff about the NFL. Now he's taking this deal. Now he can be able to get into, like, get cozy in them sheets with the NFL, which I think that's what he wants to do, so he can be able to own a team. And I say all of this is because I read an article about this. I'm just saying, I'm coming with the facts, y'all. So apparently, Jay-Z is seeking a 5% stake within the Pittsburgh Steelers camp, team, whatever it's called. Don't really know sports like that. But anyway, he wants to own a little stake of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Right now, if that does happen, this is projected to be the largest stake to be owned by African American. So even if this is able to go through, like, Jay-Z will make, history, because nobody black owns more than, I believe, like 1% of an NFL team. And I know Venus and Serena, they own a part of the Miami Dolphins franchise. That's what I meant to say, franchise. I don't know why I said team. But they own, I believe, 1% Miami Dolphins. And if Jay-Z is able to get 5%, that means he out here. Like, he's really out here making moves. Do I think he basically sold himself out to better his strategic position? Yeah, I do believe that. But I still want to see, I still kind of want to, sit in the background, still kind of see how this story develops, because the backlash that Jay-Z is getting, I want to see what he does with it. Because Rihanna spoke out, I believe it was Sean King that spoke out, Nas and Jay-Z always had beef, so I'm not surprised that he said something. But I just want to see how this turns out, and what will even Beyonce say? Well, first of all, Beyonce never speaks or talks about anything, which, hey, I love my Queen Bee. She don't gotta say nothing. She a queen, honey. But she's not gonna say anything, for sure. So I kind of want to see how he plays this out. Because at the end of the day, I think this is just a business strategy for himself and no one really else. I feel like it was kind of convenient for him to say, oh, I'm going to be, social activism strategist and be part of the entertainment division just for looks. I think he was trying to be like, oh, well, I'm going to slide in these DMs. I'm going to make it look like I'm helping y'all, the NFL. But really, I'm just going to purely help myself because I don't know what he does. You know what? This is my prediction. He ain't going to change nothing. I know I said it. I really don't think he's going to change anything within the NFL. And I think we're just going to sit here and see. But I think they're going to be like, low-key, oh, it's all behind scenes. It's all behind scenes. I'm making moves. But we're going to sit here. His contract is probably going to be like maybe a year or two. And let's watch. Within that year or two, ain't nothing going to really happen. Ain't nothing really going to change. Because at the end of the day, Colin Kaepernick still don't got a job. So, I'm going to pass it back to you guys. Do you believe that this is just a selfish, capitalistic move by Jay-Z? Or do you really think that he care about us? Like, he out in these streets really caring about all of us and saying, you know what? Nothing will change unless we're in the room, which I truly do believe in that philosophy. How do we expect our community to change within these, multinational, multi-million-dollar, multi-billion-dollar businesses if we ain't sitting at the table with them? I do believe that, but I feel like there's capital gains, because if you really wanted to fix the issue, there's actual people that can fix the issue for you, or there's actual people who are educated and have perfected the art of whatever they're looking for. I just simply think that they chose Jay-Z because he's a face and he'll bring in the numbers for them. Like, Jay-Z is considered, I don't even want to say hip-hop royalty, but I feel like he's just royalty in America. Him and Beyonce, whenever the royals come, they hang out with Jay-Z and Beyonce. Like, Jay-Z and Beyonce are like our undesignated royal family. Like, they are. And I just think it's interesting that they chose him, because everyone widely accepts them as being that it couple. And I don't feel like I can really think of any other couple. Like, Will Smith and Jada, like, they're like a good couple, but like, they ain't billionaires, like, the quarters. Like, let's get it, let's not get it twisted. But anyway, just throwing it back to that question. Do you guys think that this is a selfish, capitalistic move for Jay-Z? Or really, does he care for the people? And he just, as I said earlier, the only way we can make effective change within a company or organization is for us to be in the room, to sit at that table. And this is just Jay-Z's way of doing it, and the only way he knew how to do it. So, I don't know. I'm going to see how this plays out and kind of see how everything turns out. And I'll be shook if Beyonce does say something. I do want her to release a statement or something, because I will be shook if she does. Anyway, let's move on to the next topic. Okay, so this story actually made me shook. Like, when I heard it, I was just like, there's something wrong with people, like, across the board. I feel like we're just going through an epidemic of this situation. So, apparently, I believe it was yesterday or 2 days ago, a man in Pennsylvania went to a Target Starbucks. So it's one of the Starbucks that are inside of Target. Bless their heart. Whoever thought of putting a Starbucks within a Target, oh my gosh, they deserve a ticket to heaven, because it is the best combination in life, okay? But anyway, so as I proceed, this man walks into a Target Starbucks, and he proceeds to urinate on the Starbucks cups, coffee filters, and even in the employee's sink before fleeing the store. So I'm not going to really spend that much time on this topic, but saying, y'all are disgusting. Like, who in their right mind does this? Who just thinks, hey, you know what? I'ma just pee on everything, sis. Why do I always keep saying Target Walmart? I mean a Target Starbucks. and just pee on everything. Like, that's gross. Like, it's honestly disgusting. And actually, security footage of him was found that he already peed his pants while coming into Target. So I'm already shook that nobody was like, who it is? Like, is he okay? Like, is he fine? Where were the employees while all of this stuff was happening? Like, honestly, when I first read this story, I was just like, why wasn't he stopped? Like, why didn't anybody be like, what is wrong with you? Make him stop, blah, 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 all that stuff. But then I realized, would you really actually stop someone when you see them peeing in, like, unconventional situations? Like, I'm like, I don't want to get pee on myself. Obviously, this person is just not clearly in the right state of mind, that I wouldn't do anything. And I completely understand. And I ain't gonna hold anybody against it. Like, it's nasty. And I wouldn't do anything. I would just let that person do what they need to do. And I'm gonna handle the consequences after. So, bravo to the Starbucks employees for, doing what was right for them. But as I was saying earlier, I think this is epidemic because it's happened before. Like, for example, last month, a woman entered Walmart and decided to pee on the potatoes. I repeat, decided to pee on the potatoes. But this woman was actually captured, and I believe she was booked. And she's gonna serve jail time, but I don't know what the jail time was or even probation. But all I know, she was captured and caught with her nastiness. And then there was another example where a lady walked into an ice cream store. She didn't lick the ice cream. I know that's what you probably guys thought, but she urinated on the ice cream and urinated on the machines. So, sis, I don't know what kind of physics you're using to pee on everything up in here, but I can collectively, and I'm pretty sure all of us collectively can say, these people are nasty. Y'all disgust me. Why? Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, what is the point? What is the point of you walking into somewhere and be like, yo, I'm gonna pee on stuff. Watch this. Like, I don't know. Like, in my head, I'm just like, y'all are disgusting. But also, it got me a little freaked out, a little paranoid. Then I'm like, what if somebody did something to my food or did something to, like, my produce and, like, I don't know? What if they never caught them? Or what if they never saw a security camera to be like, hey, somebody peed, someone spit, someone licked on something, and now it's in my own home? Like, I don't know. I really want to see what your guys' opinion about this is, because I feel like y'all just nasty. Like, y'all are disgusting. Lock them up. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, I feel like that is a little dramatic, but y'all can't be peeing on stuff. Like, you can't be peeing on stuff. And I feel like I'm a grown woman talking to grown people, and y'all probably be like, yeah, we know that. But clearly people don't know that, because we have stories like this where people are actually peeing on things. I don't know, to be cute? To get clout? Because at the end of the day, you nasty. You make me sick. But anyway, I'm going to throw it back to you guys once again. I'm gonna ask this in a what would you do kind of situation or scenario. How would you react to seeing someone peeing in a unconventional situation? Not just saying like, oh, they're peeing on the side of the road, or like, peeing out in the forest or the fields, whatever people do when they camp. But like, if you saw someone like peeing on something in a store, like, and they're grown, let's not say the baby toddler situation, but like they are full grown individual doing that, like, how would you react? I don't know. I would do the inner Jackie thing and just call the cops. Like, honestly, I would call the cops. I'd be like, hey, there's somebody peeing on stuff. They are contaminating things. I don't know what to do, but I am calling you guys to let you know. Like, honestly, that's probably what I would do. I don't know. I would just get so freaked out and just not know how to handle it. But yeah, just let me know how you guys would react. Oh, Chad, I don't even want to. I would never wish on anyone to actually have to deal with, because ill. Like, ill. That's all I have to say. Ill. Period. Ill. Like, disgusting. Yeah. So now let's go on to our drink break of the podcast. As I mentioned earlier in the intro, that our drink of the podcast this week is a Watermelon Tequila Slushie. As I said, it is only 2 simple ingredients. As I said, 2 simple ingredients. So you don't gotta bust your budget to just drink good, sip good, and just relax. So the 2 ingredients that you'll need are watermelon juice. I use the Minute Maid brand that comes in a carton. And I know some people say they don't like cartons, but do you, boo? I find no problem with a carton. Like, I prefer a carton over, a plastic jug, but that's just me. So get any type of watermelon juice that you would like, and then also have a bottle of tequila. You won't need all of it. You'll just literally need no more than 1 ounce of tequila. So what I would suggest, this is up to you personally, since you are making a slushie, you can use the watermelon juice as I did and make ice cubes with it. And that would help you be able to not have your drink watered down, since you're already using the juice that you're going to be putting in, to make the slushie. But if you do want to use ice and then put the juice in it, that's your prerogative. Just know that it will get watered down and it's not going to taste like fruit. It ain't going to taste like that watermelon that you came here for, that we're serving you with. But anyway, let me stop joking around. So anyway, okay, so you're going to have to be able to prepare the ice cubes at least the night before. Just get a simple ice tray. Just fill it up with watermelon juice. Stick it in the freezer, girl. And then by tomorrow, you'll be able to make the slushie. So once you get out the ice cubes, I use about 7 to 6 ice cubes. Or, because each of these watermelon tequila slushies are single serving. This is a single serving recipe. If you want to make it the amount that you want it for a party, just know that you'll need more ice cubes. As I said, I use 7 to 6. My ice cube tray holds about 16 ice cubes, so you can get about 2 good drinks from it. So as you proceed, put those 7 to 6 ice cubes in your little personalized little blender contraption. Put enough watermelon juice where you find the consistency good enough for you. I fill it up just a little under half. Imagine if it's like between like halfway to half full, and then proceed to add 1 shot, which is the equivalent of 1 ounce of tequila in your cup. Blend it up. Get that little happy dance going, because your drink is about to be done. Probably gonna take no more than like 45 seconds. Get it out, pour it in a cup. I prefer to add like just a little splash of lemon juice in it, just to cut through the sweetness. I'm that type of girl. You don't have to add that stuff, but if you do like, just to cut down the sweetness a little bit, add some lime juice, and bada boom, y'all. You are done, and you have your watermelon tequila slushie all good to go. And now, since you guys know how to make it, let's sip on this drink the rest of the show, okay? Okay, so let's move on to the next story, which this story honestly made me laugh, but made me sad at the same time, because people like this actually exist in life. So if you didn't know, there was a story out of New Jersey. We gotta love our New Jersey girls out here, where a woman torches a man's house after he calls her for sex and then falls asleep on her. Yo. She sets this man's house on fire because he falls asleep. Okay, so I'm going to break down this story for you guys because I know you guys are like, what? So first of all, this woman is allegedly a side chick. That's what the story says, but we really don't know the whole situation, if she's a side chick or not. What we know is that there's something wrong, clearly, going on here. So apparently there was this woman, and I will not say her name because I don't know her name. I'm just gonna be honest, the story doesn't say her name, but they do show her face in it, so I'm kind of shook why they don't give a name. Girl, we gonna find you. Okay, girl, somebody gonna find your name. That's all I need. That's all I'm gonna say. But anyway, so this woman was basically dating this man, or being a side chick to this man. We don't really know the whole details, but this man, let's just call him JC. JC texts the woman and says, hey, do you want to come over and smash, basically. And she said, bet, like, I'm cool, I'm down. Let me go over to your house and all that stuff. So this man proceeds to fall asleep during this time she is traveling to his house. Like, he just decides to be like, hey, come over and smash, and just lays out, like, literally lights off, falls asleep. So this woman now is at his house, calls him 8 times on the phone. He ain't picking up. So she was like, oh no, you got me messed up. So she goes to his actual front door, starts banging. Oh, actually, I found her name in the article. Her name is Tiasha Russell. Anyway, so she starts, going to his house, banging on the door. My man's was still asleep, like knocked out. Like, I'm a heavy sleeper, but not that heavy. Like, I'm gonna be real honest. I'm heavy, but, like, if I hear something, I'm probably gonna, wake up. If somebody banging on my door, I'd probably be like, oh my gosh, I'm getting robbed or something. I would probably wake up. But your man did not wake up, sis. He did not wake up. So now this lady mad, like, big mad. And she, like every other woman, decides to text him, you wasted my money to come out here. Yet again, Mance is knocked out, does not respond. Then she proceeds to send a text to say, I see you want to die. Yo, that crazy. First of all, like, hey, if somebody doesn't respond to you or message back to you, then hey, maybe they're asleep, because this is 4 o'clock in the morning. So if you're doing some conductive reasoning, I would probably be like, hey, maybe they fell asleep, because it is that hour to sleep. I'll probably just be like, oh, whatever, they probably fell asleep. Yeah, you wasted my time, you wasted my money for me to come out here. But hey, at least, I can tell you off and just see myself back home, right? But no, homegirl, Miss Russell, was so mad that she proceeds to set this man's house on fire after sending a text saying, I see you want to die. So this woman proceeds to burn this man's house down because she really about that life, apparently. So, which was a big blessing in this story, that the victim, he was able to wake up when his house is, on fire, and was able to get out of the house and run from his house to the police station, which, mind you, apparently he was so close, 0.2 of a mile from the police station. So homegirls are already, like, confident and bold to be, like, passing a police station, still wilding out like this. I don't know why, but he only had a t-shirt on. He literally went and let them know the story. They came out. His house was completely destroyed because of this woman. this story just is like, what is going on, sis? And it almost confuses me that people like this actually exist, where they don't have a pause button at all. Like, at all. For her to be able to call him 8 times and then text him and still not have a time or a pause to be like, hey, let's think about it, sis. What is going on? What are your options? Hey, maybe he's just asleep. I'll just go through that, because that could have been the most logic answer. Just, hey, taking a second, sis. You know, what's going on? Or maybe done like this pep talk with yourself, like, oh, he ain't nothing. I can just move on. I can be the boss girl that I need to be and just go on your lovely day. But sis didn't even take enough of a break in her head to go from 0 to 100 to now burning this man's house down. And now she's being charged with attempted homicide, aggravated arson, endangering and creating substantial risk of death, criminal mischief from allegedly torching a house. Like, sis is being charged with six charges, and I'm just confused why we needed to even get to that point. Sis, what is good? Like, and the thing is, what surprises me when I say this is that, how do people function like this? How do you just go wildin', like 0 to 100 real fast and just don't cover? Well, of course she had some consequences, because now she's in jail for attempted murder. But I feel like there's a lot of people like this that just while out for no reason, when it's not even that deep of a situation to go whiling out for. Like, oh, I'm gonna bring your house down, like all of this stuff. I remember watching a story where this woman who, I guess the story is a little wonky, but her and her alleged man broke up, right? And he got with another woman, and the woman, you know, got pregnant, all that stuff. This woman literally ran over the other girl. Why? I don't know. Maybe she still had feelings for the other man, blah, 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 all that stuff. But it's just like, do people just not know how to regulate their anger, or just emotionally just understand that, hey, this is not that deep to die over. This is not that deep to risk someone else's life. Or it's just not that deep. Like, honestly, it is just not that deep, and it scares me, truly. The thing is, as I said earlier, this story makes me laugh, but also makes me sad, is that, like, this was such a stupid reason. Like, homegirl, he texted you in the middle of the night to come over to hook up, right? That's where the ridiculous story comes from, because this is just a side chick. That's what the story says, you know, a hookup buddy. But like, this man doesn't even owe you that much. Like, no offense, he doesn't owe you that much. But then you proceed to burn his house down. For what? Like, for what? Because he just didn't message you back? Oh my gosh. Girl. And this is going to be a PSA warning for all these girls out here who think they can go 0 to 100 or have a bad attitude to think it's cute. It is not cute, because you're setting yourself up to be one of these crazy girls who's going to be out here who can't emotionally handle a lot of things, burn someone's house down, or hit somebody with their damn car. Like, I don't know. This story just, like, honestly blew my mind when I heard this, because y'all, stop what you're doing. You know, if you think you're gonna go 0 to 100 real quick, just for 5 seconds, take a pause and be like, hey, is this the best decision I'm doing? Could it be handled in another way? Or could I just talk this out? Like, what do I need to do for myself not to hurt myself or to hurt someone else for no reason? I don't know. Like, this is just so interesting. Just an interesting story. So I want to throw it back to you guys to see, what are your guys' thoughts about this whole situation? Do you think, like, honestly, just in general, like, I don't feel like I have a real, target question for this, but what do you guys think about this whole situation? Like, just in general, like, do you guys think that this is just completely a sad situation, that homegirl just needed 5 seconds to realize, or just, I don't know, this almost makes me think, like, where is society going, that I'm like, that people think that this is okay to do? Like, I don't know. Just, what do you guys think? I feel like I just don't have words to say. I feel like this is just beyond toxic behavior, and that finally caught up to her, because she probably was doing a lot of toxic things before, and she was just able to accelerate it to the point of now burning someone else's house down with them inside of it, like wanting to kill this person. Like, ooh, my child, girl. I don't know. Just interesting. So, yeah, just leave in the comment section. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about this whole situation, about this woman who is a alleged side chick going to her, side dude's house and burning him and attempting to murder him at the same time? Damn. I don't even know what else to say about that. So, winding down the show, I hope you guys liked all the topics, and I'm gonna talk about one more topic, which I call this my Triggered Trish story of the podcast. This is just a story that literally has irked me to the point where I need to now talk about it, and I want everyone else to hear how mad I am about it. Like, honestly, that is just what I'm doing with this section of the Trigger Trish, story of the podcast, because this story actually makes me really heated, really mad, and I want to see, like, if anybody else is feeling the same way I am, or maybe I'm just a little too emotionally invested. But let's see, okay? So this story that I'm going to talk about is how Selena Gomez and Francia Rizza are no longer friends. If some of you guys don't know, Selena Gomez, about 2 years ago, had to undergo surgery to get a kidney transplant. And her, I don't want to say best friend, because best friend is a little too much. I'm going to say her really good friend, Francia Rizza, decided to donate her kidney to Selena Gomez. Wow. Mother Teresa status there. I'm going to be honest. She did something very selfless and wanted her friend to become healthy and better. The problem with this story is that I knew Selena Gomez hustled that girl out of her kidney. Literally hustled her out of that kidney. Done did bamboozled her. They did manipulated her to get that kidney. And I know some of y'all are like, no, nobody can really do that. Look at them right now. They are no longer speaking. They are no longer friends. I'm going to be honest, if my friend gave me one of their organs, I'm indebted to them. I will literally truly be forever grateful, because they are added years to my life that I never was able to get that on my own. Like, they had to help me out, and I will always be super grateful for them. But for now, Selena and Francia, they ain't even friends no more. That conversation over. That conversation dead. Which makes me think that Francia saw the real tea and saw that she was just being hustled and manipulated out of that body part. I'm going to be honest. And as I said, these are my opinions, and my opinions might offend people. I'm sorry about that. I apologize for that. But hey, it's life. So anyway, as I said, I didn't really believe Selena Gomez I don't know. I just felt like she manipulated her to get that kidney out of her. And the thing is, why I know that she did was that the way that Selena Gomez acts now literally showed that she did not care before. Recently, there's been pictures out of Selena Gomez drinking wine, going to clubs, New York hotspots, just living her best life, Selena. But if you remember, Selena Gomez has an autoimmune disease, which I'm not saying that you can't go out, live your best life, but she has lupus. And she was trying to say her lupus ran down her kidney. Basically, there was complications, so many complications in her body that her kidney was just like, peace out, like, I can't do this anymore, which I really don't believe. I believe that Selena Gomez was a avid drug user. She was dating The Weeknd, which I don't put that past someone who is dating someone who takes a lot of drugs to not partake in that, partake in their activities. I know there might be some people who are not about that life, but you either are enabling that person or you're partaking with that person. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be honest. So anyway, she was in and out of rehab before, and I know she was trying to say rehab was just for her depression, anxiety, blah, blah, blah. I know that might be real, but there was also a lot of substance abuse issues. Selena Gomez would pop a lot of pills. She had alcoholism. There was a lot of issues that Selena Gomez had before her kidney, kind of ran itself down. And for her to be able to get a kidney from somebody else, which also I heard she was trying to get a kidney from The Weeknd, but The Weeknd didn't give her the kidney, and, he got out real fast and started dating back, Bella Hadid. But apparently they're not together anymore, so I digress. Anyway, so for her to, get this kidney from someone who's a really good friend, and continue with the same behavior that brought her to the point of her losing her kidney again is literally a slap in the face. Slap in the face. How is Selena Gomez about to be out here drinking, going out, clubbing, doing all the wild stuff she wants to do, and then basically say, I don't care what anybody has to say, this is my life, is so disrespectful to the person that gave you another chance of having good health. Literally, she gave up something that she did not have to give up. Now her body is in a situation where they have to function with one kidney when they didn't even have to deal with that. They could have had 2 kidneys and been living their best lives. But, Francia, I have so much compassion for her because she has to live with this. Knowing that you helped out a friend and your friend literally can give no cares about herself. Yet again, I just think this is beyond selfish for Selena Gomez to do, especially to her apparent best friend, Francia. Child, my blood pressure is booming. I don't know, for me, I just can't fathom of ever doing this to someone and be able to sit with myself and be 100% okay, knowing that your friend is putting her health in jeopardy by giving you her kidney, which, mind you, she didn't have to give away, to her friend who doesn't care, who's out here drinking and partying and just saying, hey, whatever, I don't care, I'm sick and tired of feeling indebted to you, and I'm just doing what I want to do. It's just so, child, when I say this bothers me, this truly bothers me. But I'm going to throw it back to you guys one more time. How would you react if you gave your friend, let's just say a friend, let's not say a family member or a significant other, let's just say you gave your friend a kidney and they responded in this way? I wouldn't even know what to do. Honestly, as I said earlier, God is working on my heart. But sis, is going to throw some hands. I'm going to be straight up honest, because I feel like this is just the height of disrespect. The height of just like, I don't care about you or myself. And that just really bothers me. But I don't know. But to end on a lighter note, I want to thank all you guys for listening in and just tuning in to listen to Sipping with Jack. This is my first podcast, if I can speak, y'all. But there's going to be more stuff coming on the way, more topics, more theories, just everything and anything, as I said before. But I want to thank you guys again, and you guys enjoy your day.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.